Welcome to the first ever live stream of the Bold Predictions podcast. We are here with NFL Week 9 news and activity. We're here with Bold Predictions. I am that dude with the beard. He's Mr. KC from the 8-1 Trizzy. And my man, Week 9, Episode 10, the first live episode. We made it. First time doing it. We thankful. Thankful just to be in this position. And not to keep y'all waiting, I'm gonna give the floor to Mr. KC. Let him say a few words, and we off and running, baby. Mr. KC, what's cracking?
How's it going, everybody? How's it going? That dude with a beard. First live episode. We're excited. We're here. We're ready to go. And this can't be any better than week week 9 and episode 10 to bring it to you.
Yes, sir. I couldn't agree with you more. And with the spirit of tradition, we're gonna dive right on in. And as usual, we're starting with the Thursday night, what I call the Amazon Prime game of the week, the Bezos game of the week. Got a lot of money behind it. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the scrappy, I'm dare to say, the scrappy Houston Texans. And Mr. KC, who you got in this game, my man? What we doing?
Well, this is a crazy, another exciting Prime Bowl matchup, right? Big
Man.
old Texans coming in ready to shoot them down. This is a crazy game for me, but since it's Thursday night and why not? I'm going Texans. It's always been a
Oh,
crapshoot. You never know what you're getting on Thursday night, and just to spice it up, bring it up. This is exactly what happens on prime time night. You know what I mean?
no, I got you, man. I'm riding with the Eagles on this one, though. I
Yeah,
didn't pick them last week. I thought last week was the week that they would lose, and they showed me and said, "No, dude, we got another one in us." I think the train keeps rolling this week. Like I said, that Texans team is scrappy. Don't get me wrong, but dude, the additions that Philadelphia made, whether they played Thursday or not, Roquan, it's enough juice for the team going forward. If this isn't a blowout, I'm surprised, but we're gonna see. Hopefully, it makes to be a good game here. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles, of course. We're gonna keep flying on that wagon, and we're gonna see what they can do this Thursday. Next game we got.
you kind of got to pick the Eagles there.
Yeah, we gotta do it.
They're
That's what I'm
undefeated.
saying.
There's no way the
Well, no,
Texans would.
but I'm glad you so bold, and I like I said, I'm there with you in the spirit of your pick. I like it, I really do. But
Yeah,
my soul is anchored with Philadelphia right now. Shout out
yeah.
to them Eagles.
Vegas tells me I gotta feel it. Watch the Texans.
Oh man, ooh, hey, might have to put a little 10 on a parlay. We'll talk
Just
about that.
something,
Uh,
right?
I'm trying to tell you, just to win, just to win. Um, what we got here? Sunday, November 6th, kicking off the day. We have an interesting matchup here. We got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Atlanta Falcons, and I'm like I said, I'm kind of either way on this one. But I'm honestly going to go with the Falcons. They're playing at home here. They seem to start to get some kind of identity going here. Like I said, they also made a trade that's not going to be working out for them in the immediate future. But like I said, you've got some energy going through the building now. I think you show the Chargers what's what when they come to Atlanta. I don't think the Chargers will win this game. I mean, they could. There's any given Sunday, but I think the Falcons will fly away with this one. Who do you got, Mr. KC?
Yeah, and really, if you look at it a few weeks ago, this would have been a pretty lopsided match. You would easily have gone with the Chargers. Nice, safe, easy pick. Much better squad, but they've been underperforming terribly. The Chargers are a stink fest. It's got to be the best roster with the worst team. It is unbelievable how they've been playing. I'm there with you. The Falcons have been on an upswing. They tried itself, and you know we're back in Atlanta about to go shopping or something, bro. Like I don't know what's going on. This is crazy.
Oh
I thought
man,
we all had kind of given up on the Falcons, and they've brought it
dude,
back around.
you know
They
how
got
many
rid of
times I
Calvin
was
Ridley
hollering
too.
at her. That's what I'm saying, dude. But like you said, man, I've been trying to get that pretty girl on a date, a few different times here, and I think I'm gonna go with her
Yeah,
one more time, man. I think we're
why
gonna hit the
not?
steakhouse one last time, man. We gotta see, man. Uh, I'm going with the Falcons. I like them Falcons. Next game we got here, which until recent moves, I would have swung it one way, but now we got the Miami Dolphins against the Chicago Bears, and I don't see how you can't pick the Dolphins in this situation. Like they're all in. They're going all in. They want to win now. They're making moves to win now. And I love Justin Fields. The Bears, they made God,
They're a feisty
it's not
team.
enough. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. There, it's not enough. I'm perplexed because I really like these Bears. I
Yeah, they
don't
got
want to pick the
Claypool now.
Dolphins. They do. They got somebody that they needed, a good receiver, but we'll see if Justin can open it up with him. It'll probably be next week before they can get a stride going. I'm gonna go with Miami this week. They're the seasoned team. They're the better team right now. I wouldn't say have the better quarterback like you like to go to. I'm still the door is still open on Tua for me. But who do you got this game? Well, why don't I even ask? I know who you got,
Yeah,
but
there's
let's
no
hear it.
reason to,
Bro.
there's no reason to ask, folks. Listen here. I've gotten every Finns game right this year. I am what we call the resident Finn expert. I've been trying to get our man and everybody on the Finns this year. Thankfully, Tua is back, great health. He is the better quarterback. They have the better weapons all around on offense. Probably a better defense, especially now with the addition of Chubb. Like, come on, how do the rich keep getting richer? They turn them
Man,
draft picks around into a lottery pick. Look at the talent they picked up: Waddle, Hill, and Chubb, just to give up Trey Lance. Like, come on now, you're telling me they're
right.
not out here making great decisions? This is a fantastic team, and I'm excited to see them for the rest of the season.
Man, yeah, I hear the
They're
optimism
going
in
to win
your
the East.
voice. They went from wild card to winning the East.
They're gonna mess around and do it.
What? What? Okay, we gonna see. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Okay, I I gotta move on. I can't even say anything about that. Next game we got the Carolina Panthers against the Cincinnati Bengals. And I'm gonna defer to you because I'm pretty sure everybody knows where I'm going with this pick, but I will defer to you. Give us a synopsis as to why you think this certain team is coming away with the win. Who do you got, Mr. KC?
What was the teams one more time?
We got the Panthers and the Bengals.
The Panthers and the Bengals. What a cat show. This is terrible. This is terrible matchup. It's the Panthers. The Panthers are winning this game. They've been balling out with the quarterback that I can't remember his name. I can't remember
Man,
why I picked them to win the South. This isn't even the same team they had, and they're winning. They're winning by like stupid amounts. Look, did you see that pass to DJ Moore last week? It was
I did.
disgusting. It was unbelievable. This quarterback doesn't even exist before the season starts. I don't know how
Right.
this happens, especially against Joe Burrow. I've been picking Joe Burrow all season. Give me the Panthers. That dude with the beard. Which way you going here?
You know I'm going Carolina. The Bengals are gonna bingle. I need to put it on a T-shirt. The Bengals are gonna bingle, and they'll find a way to lose this game. Like I
That's got to
said,
be our first shirt.
it's got to be the Bengals are gonna bingle, and we need to have a picture of both of us with our hands up because I don't know what else to tell y'all out there in Cincinnati. Like I said, you got it off last year, but this is Cincinnati. Y'all know where y'all live. Y'all know who's playing quarterback. Y'all know who y'all got on y'all team. It sounds good. It sounds lovely on paper. It looks great on paper. But the product on the field stands by my consistent statement. The Bengals are going to bingle. The Panthers are going to walk away with this game, maybe by 10, probably by 14. We'll see. But I'm sure the Bengals will bingle this one up. Another win for them. The Panthers, that is.
Right.
Moving on here. Moving on to a game that talking about underwhelming. We got the Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. and I just I knew Aaron was going to be taking his sabbatical. I talked about it week one, but I didn't think he was going to take it off this early. I
Sure.
thought he was going to at least taper it off, but he's full fledged. Like, look, fam, y'all know what I'm here for. I got this check. Trying to get back to this wilderness, to this peyote. Trying to talk to my distant ancestors in the etherverse. I'm going. I'm going with the Lions. Green Bay has been consistently showing me that they know how to lose games, and so I'm a victim of fact, and I like to go with the fact that they're losing consistently. So, Mr. KC, who do you got in this one?
Well, this is an ugly game. This might be the ugliest game of the week. We've got two teams that have given up pretty much, one a little less than the other. And I've picked the Lions too many times this year. So I'm actually going to stick with my breakup, and I will be going with the Packers here. And I think Aaron Rodgers is just the better quarterback, even if he's not into the game, than what the Lions are putting on the field here right now. And
Ooh,
you could be very right, and I could be regretting not getting the one chance I had at a Lions win. But I'm not going to let them mess my streaks up no more. And I'm completely done. The Miami Dolphins game finally brought me around, and I was so appreciative that I'm just going to take it and roll.
no, I feel you on that. But no, we got a couple more ugly games here. They're actually back to back. We got the Las Vegas Raiders at the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Las Vegas, besides Green Bay, is the definition of underwhelming. Like I really cannot believe, even as a Chiefs fan, that these Raiders are not even feasible. Like, I mean, you would think that they would damn near be 5-2.
Right? They got a roster.
Oh my
It's
God.
just like the Chargers,
Yeah, like
paper
you have
champions.
paper champions. Everybody, remember when they didn't even pick the Chiefs to go to the playoffs, Mr.
Yeah.
KC?
Oh,
Everybody was so much better than us, light years ahead of us in talent, all that jazz, and they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. So I'm going with Jacksonville just because they're on the rise. Like I said, they're what's the word I'm looking for? Their potential
mhm.
far better excites me than to see the continued Vegas product, which is showing us like, yeah, we got a lot of folk, but we can't do nothing with it. It reminds me of the '07 Eagles when they had everybody and they couldn't do nothing. So
Yeah.
I'm going with the Jags. Who do you got in this one?
Well, that dude with the beard. This is another ugly game. You know, you have the August champion Super Bowls of the Raiders, and then you have the Jaguars who have had a first round, the top five first round pick for 10 years. You know, it
Man,
just doesn't make any sense that either one of these teams are not runaway favorite. And it's crazy that we're saying if you look at the roster for the Raiders, it's crazy that we're saying that there's a bigger ceiling for the Jags. And you're
exactly.
right, there is. I'm taking the Jags right there with you for the same exact reasons. The Raiders, it's the coaching. You can't
Yeah,
tell me with that roster that team doesn't win. It
right.
doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. I'm thoroughly perplexed behind the whole situation. Um, you would think that the offense would be lighting it up. And the defense has enough, people on all levels to really contend, but it's just not the case. So moving on to what I would say is the last ugliest game of this particular week. We got the Indianapolis Colts versus the New England Patriots. My original pick to win the AFC East, who's fallen into obscurity, just to leave the door open for the Jets. So let's go JETS Jets. We'll talk about them soon enough. But I'm going with the Colts in this game. Actually, I'm thoroughly done with New England. My hands are washed.
Wow.
Boston, I still mess with y'all as a fan base, as a people. Boston always stand up, but how many times I got to get my heart broke behind thinking Bill Belichick is going to do what Belichick do? But apparently, Tom must have been the right stuff, as they say. He must have had the right stuff because Bill, it's not looking good. You're making me look bad, bud. I've been riding with you. I can't anymore. So I'm going with the Colts, who another team who I picked to win the South. They let me down weeks ago. At least I know that what I'm getting with them. So who do you got, Mister KC?
I actually can't believe this, folks. Look, the dude with the beard has been riding with the Pats all season long, and this is the first time this has happened where I picked the Patriots and he doesn't. How am I on the
Ooh.
Patriots bandwagon on this game and you completely left the station? Listen, this is two ugly teams. And if you're going to give me two ugly teams, I'm going to go with the one with the definite coach advantage and a slight maybe advantage at quarterback, but just an overall advantage of having Bill Belichick on your team. Look, it's
Man.
this is an easy win for the Patriots. They're going to win by at least 4 points. Look, if you can get a
Mm.
more than a 3 point spread, go ahead, get a little money on that one, I believe. But it's not going to be some runaway. This is the Patriots week, I think. This is one of those
You
games
sound
they
like
can
me.
win.
You sound like
This is a
me.
winnable game. I
My
do. I've
heart
been
was
listening
full of
too
all
much.
that hope. It was full of all that hope, the same hope that it sound like you got right now. And come this Sunday, you'll see why I'm where I'm at, and hopefully I'll see you there. But we're gonna go to the next one here, um, which potentially, I mean, dude, it could be a fireworks game, but if this team performed how they performed last week, it won't be. I got Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. And now I will defer to you for the first one on this one here to see who you got going into this matchup.
Oh, I was excited to hear your take on this game. And folks
Hmm.
are going to be disappointed in my selection. I can hear the uproar already. Why didn't you pick the upset? Why didn't you go with them? Listen, this Bills is a tough team, and they're not someone you want to come in and face. And if Zach Wilson was just a slightly better quarterback, they were doing just a little more, I could slide and go with the Jets. And I really want to pick them here. I truly do. But these Bills teams are not losing to the Jets. I just don't believe it. It's the other team that no one wants to claim. We forget that Buffalo it doesn't exist in Canada, even though it does. And it's one of those New York teams that's got to win, and I'm going to go with the one that doesn't say they're from New York.
Right, because they don't have the right to claim anything from New York.
Mm.
I'm going with the Jets, Jets, with the green and black. Um, this is the shot for them to take the East. They see that it's open. The Bills are wounded. As far as AFC East standings, the door is open. If they get this win, what is it? A three-way split so far for number one in the East if they win? Because didn't the Dolphins beat the Bills already, didn't they?
Yep. Yeah, the
Right. And
Dolphins.
so yeah, so I think this game is gonna get blown wide open. Like I said, Buffalo, yeah, they sound good, but they haven't looked good the last few weeks. Like I don't know if I'm the only one watching the games, but like I said, I'm not quick to
It's
anoint Josh Allen or none of these guys. Like, yay, Von Miller. You're like, okay, no, the Jets are gonna win this game. Zach Wilson is gonna show that he has at least what it takes to be considered, maybe in the top 15 conversation. His
yeah.
team right now isn't bad. They had a bad week, kind of a trap game situation, maybe a reality check for them. But I believe the actual New York team is going to win this game. But we're going with the Jets for sure. Buffalo. Hopefully you get some wings after, but usually those are for winners. So Jets, get some wings ready with your pizza. Stand up. Next game we got, ooh, and I love it. We got the Kings of the North, my Minnesota Vikings against the Washington Commanders. And people, y'all know where I'm going with this. I'm semi wearing the colors now. Lake Show stand up. Uh, we finally got our first win on this. We'll talk about that soon. I just been so hurt behind this. I just couldn't bring myself to talk about it. I'm sorry, folks. But Minnesota, I'm going with the Vikings all the way. They're gonna run the ball down their throat. Dalvin Cook's gonna get off. Kirk Cousins is gonna get off with his new tight end. I just this is them claiming the North. This win is it. Like it's over after this, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't think anybody in the North can catch up. I think it's done with this win. I'm believing they're clinching, probably going to clinch the NFC with this because once, well, not the NFC in general, but you know what I mean, their division with this one. I don't see Washington winning, even though they're a formidable team. They've shown over the last few weeks they can get the job done. They're kind of scrappy, but these are Vikings. You can't, like I said, you can't bring a commander to a ship full of Vikings and expect the commander to walk away. Who do you got in this game, Mr. KC?
Yeah, I'm right there with you, that dude with the beard. Look, the Commanders are not the team you want to run into on any given Sunday kind of matchup
Hmm.
because they're coming out. They're playing. They're going to play hardest. This is not a team you get a easy win off. This is not a free bye week or nothing like that.
Right.
However, Kirk Cousins is coming back for revenge against the Commanders, showing them what they're missing. You know, they
Hmm.
wouldn't mind a Kirk Cousins right now, even
I'm
though
trying to tell
they're not. It's crazy to think about saying that out loud. But it'd be a big upgrade for him at this point.
Right. No, for sure, dude. I bet every day they're watching that Kirk Cousins clip, talking about, do you like that? And they hate it because they miss him so much.
Right.
uh, our next game here, our first game of the afternoon here, we got the Seattle Seahawks against the Arizona Cardinals. And I'll go ahead and defer to you for this one here to see where your mind is on this one because I know where I'm rolling, Mr. Casey. It's no doubt for me. Who do you have in this one?
Oh, what a game! What a game! What a game! This is a tough one for me because I hate the Seahawks and I like the Cardinals, but I know who's going to win, and it's not the Cardinals. I'm going with the Seahawks here. And before the season started, I would have put $100 bill on this game before the season even started. But you got DeAndre Hopkins back already, balling out. By the way, looking pretty decent. Not too
Yeah.
shabby for missing a few games and whatnot. But somehow, some way, the miracle of the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm.
Their fans don't deserve this. I don't know what's going. Maybe they do. Maybe they do. This is
Ooh,
crazy. Geno Smith, balling.
Gino.
Geno, man,
Mm.
yeah, and is he the better quarterback in this situation now?
I
They,
believe so.
technically, I mean the numbers don't lie,
Numbers.
and Kyler Murray's got a better career body of work than Geno Smith does, but that doesn't mean anything every year. You come into each new season with a new resume, and Geno
Right.
came in with a star quarterback, looking top 10 quarterback resume. Doesn't make any kind of
Right now is.
sense,
I'm trying to tell you.
man.
I, dude, I'm going with the Seahawks, everybody. Y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all knew that. Pretty much for most of the reasons that you just alluded to. My boy Gino, man. Like like I said, I told people week one, Pete Carroll said, I can get anybody back here and we can get this job done. And Gino has been doing nothing but proving Pete Carroll's point. Um, Gino has always, in my opinion, been a decent quarterback. He's now showing that he's a good one because he's finally gotten a chance to. He's got a bad shake the beginning of his career and certain injuries and everything. I'm glad that Gino is shining because he was touted coming out of college. They act like Geno Smith couldn't play football. So I'm
Right.
just, so for him, it's surprising that he's doing so good, but I'm not surprised because, like I said, I always thought he had it in him. Like I said, when you're with the Jets back in the mid thousands and late thousands, nobody's doing
Yeah.
nothing there.
Yeah. You need
So
a
I mean,
defensive player to show off, right? Like,
thank you. That's what I'm saying. You got to play defense out there in order to be a star. But Gino, he's taking these Seahawks out of irrelevancy and pretty much put them into contendership.
yeah.
They're 5-3 behind Geno Smith, better than anything Russell would have done. So I'm inclined to say that, but the quarterback matchup in this situation, I'm going with Geno. I believe Geno is the better quarterback right now.
Yeah.
If he's not, Sunday will prove it. So
Yeah.
we'll
Right.
we'll see.
Yeah, that's no
Yes,
lie
sir.
there.
Ooh, it's amazing, dude. I know you hate them, but I'm glad these Seahawks are balling because it makes for better programming. Let's just say that.
Yeah, that 12th man's is it's there for a reason. I'm not a fan of them, but they got fans and they're loud.
Right. They are loud. Not the loudest. Guinness Records belongs to
Right.
to the real champions. But let's move on here before we get tied up in factuals. We got the Las Vegas. I say Las Vegas. The Los Angeles Rams at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I had this almost pegged as an ugly game, but this game is going to be the game that Tom Brady needs to rally these Buccaneers to that wild card spot. Like I said, Tom Brady got one job left in the league, and that's to lose to Pat Mahomes in Arizona in this Super Bowl this year. After that, the torch is passed. He can ride off into the sunset, but he's got to start getting them wins to get to that playoff spot, that wild card now. I pegged them. They could still lose maybe one or two more games, but I don't think it's going to happen. Divorce is behind him. He's ready to play ball. He might mess around and play a whole another year after this. After so I'm going with the Buccaneers in this game. Who do you got?
What is this? This is not Buccaneers. Oh my God. No, it's the Rams. Look, Tom Brady is on a losing streak that he's never touched before. It doesn't make any
That's why they
kind of
got to
sense
come up
how he
out of
fell
it.
off a cliff. But I mean, personal life things can really affect someone. So I'm not going to judge him for that. That's a lot to deal with in life.
It's a lot to deal with,
But
man.
I think for those reasons, I'm going to go with the Rams. The Bucks have been downhill fast, and I'm not staying on the sinking ship. Get me off of it. I'm hopping off the Rams. They got a better coaching staff, all sorts of listings besides quarterback that they have an advantage for, and I'm just going to go with the Rams. I think it's a safer than the Bucks right now.
Oof. We'll see because what they both about the same. I think three
Yeah,
wins
yeah, they're both
apiece.
ugly.
I think.
This is an ugly
I
game.
think.
I
Yeah,
was
I think
surprised you
Tampa.
weren't willing to put the title on it. This is an ugly one.
Well, because it really has a potential to be a barn burner. I mean, if everybody
It
comes
should
out and
be.
really plays, yeah. So I mean, I just like you noted here, Tom is on a losing streak. I just think the streak ends. Like he's not used to this.
Right.
He doesn't like it, and an angry Tom Brady usually gets the job done. I will say that. So we'll see though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rams win the game. Like I said, I still got them to win their division. It's still a shot,
They got
but
to win this
I
one if
think
they're going to.
they got to win it. Yeah, this
They
could be one of
both
the
teams need
extra games that
to
they
win,
lose.
though. Yeah, both
Both in
teams
a
need
must
it.
win, but I still think Tampa Bay can get in with 7 losses. I still think they can get a wild card with that. So if they do lose,
Yeah,
it might not be the end of the world, but
maybe.
this is definitely more of a must win. It could be the end of the world, though. Goodness gracious. All right. So for the prime time game of the day, we have the Tennessee Titans versus the Kansas City Chiefs. I've been waiting all day for a Sunday night. Who do you got, Mr. KC?
Who do I got? Who do I got? First, before I give you this pick, just so you guys know, we will be live for this game. This will be a live streaming watch party. You guys can come and join us and see how we react live to this Kansas City Chief butt whooping that they lay on the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to go ahead and predict it here. We're looking something at like 38-23, maybe even a little less for the Titans. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep up
17.
because what folks got to remember is if the Chiefs get a lead, they're not going to be able to lean on Derrick Henry, who is an animal. He's a beast. Still a stud running back. I, I would never try to tackle that man in my life unless there was some millions involved. If you guys pay me, I'll give it an attempt, but it can't be I have to tackle him. It can only be an attempt. So, needless to say, I think the Chiefs are doing excellent things. I'd love to see a read off of a bye week. We got new
Mhm.
talent added to the team, and I'm excited to hear your opinion on this new dude, that dude with a beard.
Oh yeah, man. first and foremost, I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs just to not leave any cliffhangers. Um, this is a personal game for me. I have a best friend, buddy, who's a Titans fan, and I'm hoping he's there for the live stream so you guys can see how an L looks in, real life as it comes upon them. Derrick Henry's on a historic pace. Don't care. Last time he came and saw us, he got what, 3 yards a carry. He was bottled up. He was on a historic pace
Yeah,
last. Every time we see him, he's on a historic pace. Yada yada. Doesn't matter. He's gonna come into Kansas City. We're gonna put the clamps on him. Willie Gay, Nick Bolton. I believe they shut that down. And like you said, after that, you're gonna rely on Tannehill to win the game for you. This isn't Tannehill with AJ Brown with a safety blanket. This is just Ryan Tannehill. Or no, or maybe Malik Willis is gonna play.
yeah. I
Either
think it's
way,
Malik Willis, even worse.
e- either way, I don't believe. Well, I believe that's an upgrade at quarterback. Anybody over
Mm,
Tannehill.
maybe
But
that's why they went to
man,
him.
you're
Like
right. You're
they,
right.
they they can
Right.
agree
Uh,
with you, so I can't say nothing.
right. But no, I mean, Kansas City's just too formidable on offense. I don't believe Tennessee has enough defense to stop the onslaught that we're going to put on. Our defense is good enough to stop this run game. Like nobody just absolutely runs the ball down our throat this year, which is remarkable. I know they're not the best run defense, but they're not the worst. And we know what
Yeah,
time it is every time we play Derrick Henry, so it's familiarity there. Um, I think Kansas City wins this game in a big margin, kind of like you say. I would say somewhere around the lines of 38-17, maybe 24 at the most for Tennessee. I think Pat gets about 4 touchdowns passing. I think Pacheco finally gets in the end zone again. I think it's going to be a good game. Kadarius Toney is going to be play a factor in the kick return probably. We'll see
yeah,
what happens with that. And I like Sky Moore in this game too to just kind of eat up yards because we need him rolling for the rest of the season. But definitely Kansas City. There's just no way around it here. Always any given Sunday, they are a good team, but I got Kansas City. Let's see. Next game we have here, the last of the day. Well, not the day, but the last of week 9, Monday Night Football. We got the Baltimore Ravens at the New Orleans Saints. And Mr. KC, I will defer to you for this one here because I'm pretty sure where I'm going with this. What do you got on this one?
yeah. Fly, Ravens, fly. Right? Like these bird
Hey,
teams are doing killer this year, and I think I'm going Lamar Jackson. Anytime I get an opportunity, he shows why he deserves to get paid. If you can go back to every episode, you're going to hear the same speech about how Lamar Jackson is a baller, deserves to get paid, and he's about to win the game. I've been picking him, and I'm going to continue to because they're a great, fantastic team, and I'm always excited to watch them. I think it'll be a decent Monday night game. It's no Sunday night game, but it's not
right,
Thursday night either. So hey, give me Monday night
right.
with Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, showing why he's
No.
paid.
No, for sure, and I'm 1,015% behind you. Lamar Jackson's gonna run it down their throat. Did you see the sign he got at the end of the last game? He held up a fan sign was saying, "Y'all should go ahead and pay this man." Like,
Oh
cause
yeah,
it,
yeah, I
it
did see
it's
that
gonna
one.
get to the point, like I said, where you're gonna have to almost give him a Pat Mahomes kind of deal, but you probably
Oh,
gonna have to guarantee about 300 million of it.
it was,
Like, dude, I don't know what you're doing in Baltimore, as far as GM, but dude, like I said, you don't have. There's arguably in the NFL right now, excluding Deshaun Watson, because I need to see what he looks like when he comes back. But there's arguably 3 or 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now who are generational type talent that you can't miss, a
right.
person that can't be replaced, and Lamar Jackson is one of them. And if the Baltimore Ravens are smart, they will give this man his money and they will give it to him
Yep.
expeditiously. But in this game here, back to the topic at hand, the Ravens run it down their throat. I don't see it going any other way. Um, I would be surprised if they don't blow the doors off the hinges in this game. New Orleans, dude, I don't know what you're doing. Tyron Matthews still can't tackle. He's pushing people down and out of bounds. Um, It's over. It's over for New Orleans this season. I would say it's thoroughly a wrap on their season. Um, Baltimore for sure.
Yeah,
I don't know
for
how many
sure.
times I can say it. Few ways I can say it. Yes, sir. So that's what we got for you folks here. Week 9 wrap up of our picks here. Um, Other than that, here, Mr. KC, do you have anything you want to add on top of I'm sorry, I can't even talk. I want to ask you about the Rashad Fenton trade and what you think
Yeah,
about that because we didn't touch on it.
yeah. Really, we need to get into all the little trades for just at least a couple moments, I believe, because this was a
Yeah,
blockbuster trade deadline. I think. You
dude.
know, you look at the last week of the everybody that's been traded. A lot of big names have been moved. And that
Yeah,
Rashad Fenton deal, I don't think it hurts the Chiefs very much. I was slightly surprised by the move, only because of the depth, not the
right.
quality of depth, just the pure of
Depth of yeah,
cornerbacks. You know, and I think that I hope that doesn't come to bite us later on in the season or something like that. But I don't think we're really losing a whole lot in Rashad Fenton, and I think it frees up some cap space for maybe a certain Sue or somebody, maybe OBJ still. Somebody might be coming over,
in the words of
and I
my
think that was
uncle,
more of a
we need both of them.
both.
BOFFUM. Both of
Yeah,
them.
yeah, and I think both of them would be a great addition. I don't think you can go wrong with either one personally, but I still kind of prefer Sue if it's any sort of Sue that we're used to. You know, if it's any bit of that quality of player, sign me up.
Right. No, I can't argue with that. A lot of these teams then got a lot better. Dude, like I said, the Eagles really, in my mind, stand out the most besides the Dolphins. You know, it's just like, dude, what you say, the rich just keeps getting richer. Like,
Yeah,
golly. Even the like I said, Bradley Chubb going to the Dolphins. My Jeff Wilson going to the Dolphins. Like, dude, they cleaned up so much. Um, it's just hard to pick another person. Well, not pick another person, but pick another team in their division to win right now. I mean,
right.
just looking at the landscape, dude, I think they probably just secured the division with those moves.
Yeah, the Bills gotta that had to wake them up because you lose a couple games and they're past you, and they'll have that tiebreaker when they beat the second time.
Right,
This is a mean Fins team that people are not paying attention to, and I don't think they get the credit they deserve. And this is wild to me that the Broncos gave up Chubb. I was really surprised. That's throwing in the towel to me. You tell me
yeah,
that they did not just give up when you give away Chubb for just a first round pick. It wasn't even terribly expensive to get him, and you can't tell me he's not a first round pick. Like
right,
that's a guaranteed hit for a first.
right.
And he's coming to Florida. Come on now, everybody loves moving to Florida. This is where it's
Seems to
at.
be the move.
And put him in Miami. Come on now, this man he's getting paid. He's happy. He's on a better team. Look, he just
Right,
made the playoffs in one day.
right,
Can you believe that?
right,
That's
right.
wild.
Went from
So,
mediocrity to probably a division winner. Man, no, dude, I'm with you on that. Like I said, the other move I like is T.J. Hawkinson going with Kirk Cousins out there with the Vikings. Like I said, I believe that was another piece that just helped them solidify the North. Like, um, I don't know why you trade. Isn't that in division for them too? Isn't the Lions are in the North, aren't they?
yeah, yeah, it was a
Why?
funky. Yeah, you don't see
Yeah,
that.
like you trade in division. You arguably your top well, one of your top offensive weapons as of now. Like,
Yeah,
I
he's
don't know if
solid.
y'all didn't think he was living up to the billing or what you thought he was gonna be Kelsey, but it's like, dude, you got a guy who's a top 5 tight end. Like, I, I don't know. I don't get it, but I'm happy for my bikes. I'm happy that
Yeah,
this will give us another maybe we won't get an early exit out of the Vikings this year. So we'll see.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. It's interesting. There was so many names that went. It just didn't. It was kind of surprised to see some teams do stuff, and then there were some names like Brandon Cooks. I really thought he was going to go somewhere,
Yeah,
uh,
dude, and the
and
usual.
nothing.
Yeah, and he's like the most traded wide receiver in recent memory, in my opinion.
Sure,
Like I think
might
he's
be.
been on about 4 teams already.
Yeah, if he would have got traded, it might have been history setting.
Yeah,
It
dude.
was crazy. I wonder what the Texans were really trying to get out of him. Like
Man,
what they think
and
what the value were.
why won't the Browns trade Kareem Hunt? I just do not get it. Why are y'all sitting on this man when y'all could be getting all kinds of capital for him? Like
It's because
I
he's
don't
good.
understand.
You can't give him up. Too good to give up. And the
But
problem
you won't
is
play him.
you
Like
get a
that's
fourth round
crazy.
pick for Kareem Hunt. No, thank you. I'm not tanking it either. I'd want a second or something like that. And I bet you that's where the Browns are too. Because Kareem Hunt's the starting running back on any NFL team. Just on at least 25 or 20 of them.
At least
Like,
20 of them. Yeah.
yeah, like it's
There's only a
crazy.
few spots where I'm thinking he's not starting.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, like no, for sure. 'Cause if he goes anywhere else, I had even thought about this the other day. If they would have just, even if they would have traded him to the Jets or something, dude, you know how nasty that would be for Zach Will. Oh my God,
or
you
the
talk
Dolphins.
about a
The Dolphins
guy.
should have picked him up.
The Dolphins have enough. God, don't.
No,
How
there's
much
never
more
enough.
do they need?
They
It's never enough.
no, they know they got to face Kansas City. Look, this is you got to look past. You got to look big target. If you want to make the Super Bowl, you got to have a team that's big enough to get past Kansas City. We all know this, and so if you could add more to that Finch team, you better load up. You're
No,
gonna need it.
I'm with you on that. I mean, you do need a lot to take out the perennial. Like I said, to go to the Arrowhead Invitational, you got to make it
Hmm.
first, and like I said, then you got to have enough to get out of there. So I'm definitely with you on that. Um, the Finns got to be out of money by now. You can't pay everybody like it's got to be. You got to
Well,
be
they ain't
done.
paid Tua yet. That's what it is.
Whew, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Isn't
That'll
he
be a
due for
discussion.
something next year?
Yeah, I think they get.
What
I
you
think
gonna?
they get that 5th year option. Think he can get a contract, but they can play him one more. They can get one more kind of cheap one out of him and decide from there. And that's going to be a real tough conversation around Miami because
It is.
there's so much talent on that team. You
That
know,
money's tied up. Tyreek got that bag. It's over.
yeah.
Like I said, then you're gonna try to put. You're gonna
You got to
if
pay
you're gonna
Waddle
play
too.
Bradley Chubb, right? I'm saying if you're
And
gonna pay
Chubb.
Bradley Chubb, you're probably gonna lose Waddle, or you're probably gonna lose Tua. You're gonna lose
Yeah.
somebody. Somebody's gone. I just don't know who yet. And if I'm more inclined, it's probably gonna be Waddle because they just don't have enough money to pay him. Like you said, if they can get a 5th year out of Tua, Waddle's probably gone. Like, I mean, and I wouldn't be
Something.
surprised if Kansas City does the okey doke. Like, hey, Jalen, you want to come? Hey, you want to come to the Midwest and play with some champions? Hey,
Yeah. Because how are you going to have two $30 million wide receivers and then a fifty
man,
million
and then
dollar quarterback?
dude, and
40,
not to
50.
mention the $30 million defensive end, probably.
Yeah.
Who knows how much Bradley Chubb's
Yeah.
gonna get? Like, are you kidding me?
Right.
Like, dude,
That's like 60% of your cap right there. And you
gone,
still, yeah. And you only got 45 other positions to fill,
man.
like, woo. Ooh, it does put you into tough conversations at least.
Dude, it puts you in the stickiest of situations. Like I said, we'll see how their cap works out next year, even with the increase. But they're gonna lose somebody at superstar potential unless you do a whole overhaul. Like you're losing somebody. I just like I said, we don't know who it is yet, but somebody's gone. It's not enough money to go around
Yeah, yeah, there's no way. I just don't see it. It's hard. You got some real math to work out.
for sure. On another note here, before we jump into that bold seven here, I want to get your opinion in kind of local news on Andy Reid's son. Finally got sentenced here, 3 years in prison for that auto accident that left a girl and another member of her family. I'd say critically injured. They didn't pass, of course, but it was to the point where Clark Hunt and the Chiefs organization said they're going to take care of them the rest of their life. So we know some serious business going on
Right.
behind there. And I just wanted to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I think he deserves every day in jail that he got, and probably a couple more. To be honest with you, you get 3 year sentence, you do a year and a half, 2 years or something, or whatever. He's
Right,
got plenty of money on the books and stuff. It's not a real jail
right,
sentence. I'd like to see him get five or something.
right,
But prayers to that family. I hope they're doing well. That's we hear about the news article, we hear the headline, we read it one day, but that's their day for the rest of their life.
right.
And
Exactly.
I'm glad the Hunt family has dedicated themselves to correcting this wrong as much as they can. Of course you can't
Right.
fix it, bring it back to normal, but
Right,
it's
yeah,
a
because
tough
no amount of
story.
money is gonna change her life. I mean, the life has
Mm,
changed, but no amount of money is gonna bring back what she's lost.
right.
I'm with you on that here. I'm an advocate for adults doing what they want to do, but I'm not an advocate for stupidity. You don't
Yeah.
drive drunk. Like it's just dumb. It's just something you don't do. You don't drive under any influence that has you impaired enough to where you can't even get yourself home safely, let alone putting so many others' lives at risk. It's totally dumb. Um and I'll never say I'm glad that somebody's going to jail because jail is terrible regardless of the level. I mean, well, he might be at a club med jail, like you said, but at the end of the day, um, I believe, yeah, he got what he deserved. Probably should have gotten a little more. Had he not been Andy Reid's son, he probably would have got 20 years.
Or something.
Probably
Yeah.
something like that to the effect. So like I said, prayers to her family, prayers to everybody who's involved in that situation, and to Andy Reid. I know it's tough that your child's going to jail. He's been through a lot as a father and everything. Just
Yeah.
like most of us. But you know, hopefully he doesn't lose focus on the season and everything that's happening. He can just keep his head going, keep us pumping out and churning out great offense and wins. Um, so now that we touched on that, we can get back to a lighter note, get off something as serious here. The
Right.
bold predictions, bold seven. I almost need to get a bell or something for that. Yeah, I
Right.
almost need some kind of
Right.
do do something like that.
Dun,
But
dun, dun, dun. Look,
right,
ladies and gentlemen, in this corner, we've got the bold top seven, and we'll
I'm
put it
telling
up against any list.
you,
Listen here.
anybody's list, and we're talking ESPN, Good Morning Football. We're talking whoever. Keyshawn Johnson's list, my boy Key. Shout out to him, favorite wide receiver of all time. I'm always gonna rock with you, you my boy. Um, but most of your lists is be trash, and we're coming at you with the truth, the undisputed truth, the nothing but the truths. So, starting off this week's bowl seven here, I think I let you start last week. Let's just switch it up for the sake of tradition.
Let's do it.
Um, my number one team in the NFL, the Philadelphia Eagles. Like I said, I picked them to lose last week. Shouldn't have. I thought it was the trap game that everybody has, but looks like it wasn't. Looks like it's just another roll for the Eagles, and more than likely they're going to roll again this weekend, and so be it. That's just kind of what it is. At number two, I have the Kansas City Chiefs. Haven't moved them from their spot yet. Really, until the Eagles lose, it'll be hard for me to anoint them number one truly, even though most of us who are in the know they're the best team in the NFL. Number three, I will go with, surprisingly, I put them there, the Dallas Cowboys. Um, Dude, that defense is serious. It's on a tear. In my mind, it's almost scarier to play Dallas in a certain situation than it would be Buffalo because you write off Dallas so much thinking that they're not going to get anything going. That running game is serious. I like Dallas in that spot. My number fifth spot, I'm going to give it to the Buffalo Bills. Um, you can't just not leave them out. I think I moved them up from six last week to five this week, so you're welcome, Buffalo. I'm paying attention. I'm seeing what's going on. I'm not a hater. I know what's going on, but dude,
People are
y'all
upset
know
about that.
they can be upset. They know that Buffalo's not number one. Stop playing. They like they should anyway. Moving on to my number 6 team here. I got the New York Football Giants still coming off a loss here. I believe they'll still right that wrong and keep getting it pumping. And to round out my top 7, a team that I slid down just so I can move Buffalo up, which I shouldn't have done, but for the sake of you fans, you're welcome once again. I got my Minnesota Vikings. They will never not be in my top 7 because they are a top 7 team. Um, Other than that, I believe it's a opening closed book on that. Patrick Peterson still playing great. A guy I wish we would have went and got. I don't know what Kansas City was thinking on that, but who do you got in your top bowl 7 here, Mister KC? Where we going?
What that dude with the beard? I'm excited to bring you the list this week. Oh, it's a little funky. It's a little mixed up. It's pretty close to what it was or has been. These names kind of move around a little bit.
It's
All these
fluid. They do what they like to
teams,
say.
yeah,
It's fluid.
yeah, they all seem to be in the mix, and you can't deny it.
Right.
So number one, we are going to go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly Eagles fly.
Eagles.
You're undefeated. You're going to win again this week. So we're going to have to just keep you undefeated.
Man,
Someone's got to beat you before I can finally remove you from this number one spot. It's a
it's
respect
just not
thing.
right if we did.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on their name. I'm doing it right now. Give me the Eagles number one. Number two, Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs are the best team in football. We're waiting for the Eagles to lose so I can put them back in the number one spot. And until then, we're going to ride at number two. It's self explanatory. You guys know why it's done. Number three is the Buffalo Bills. I'm going to have to leave them in number three. They're a solid team. It's hard to deny them. I need them to get a couple losses so I can knock them back,
Oh, it's coming.
back to where you like to put them at, where they
Where
belong.
they deserve
Where
to
they,
be.
yeah, well, they truly probably do deserve. But I need some proof in the pudding, and until then, I'm going to have them at number three. And this is where we get a little spicy, folks. Number four.
Ooh.
Here we go. Miami Dolphins. The Fins are back in it. Give me look. Look, I ain't even
Oh
seen it on the field
God.
yet. You add Chubb,
Oh
give it
my
to me. And
God.
they're waiting to get past these Bills. I can't wait for the head-to-head match so I can bring them into number three, maybe even number two. This might be the second best team in football, the Fins. But that's not where we're at right
Somebody get
now.
this man a Fins jersey.
Yeah, we might need
Somebody
one.
send this.
Yeah, we might need one before long because they're at number four this week. Number five is the Minnesota Vikings. Put some respect on the name when we're speaking these folks, these purple
Got
people
to.
eaters. God dang, Kirk Cousins is not primetime football yet. He's winning games.
No, for real. I'm
Uh,
here with you. You like that? I'm trying to tell you,
yeah,
boy. Kirk Cousins. Yes,
yeah,
sir.
and I think I'm going to go number six. I'm going. This is still that defense that no one wants to see, and no one wants to
Hmm.
play. And I'm almost slightly afraid of this defense as a Chiefs fan.
It's a little
It,
bit. Trap
it's a
game
little
later.
funky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. They're still a beast. And number
Right.
seven, and I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm bringing the Ravens back on the list. Dang it, Lamar Jackson deserves to be on the list. There's only one New York team on my list, and I'm kind of surprised about that because it's
I
actually the
am too, because they're not
Canadian
even in New
Division.
York. He didn't
Yeah,
even get the Oh,
uh,
oh, Lord.
they almost deserve it. It's close. It's
I said it's close.
it's right
You
there. They're on that edge. They need to get
Baltimore
back.
over the Giants though, right
Yeah,
now?
I just feeling Lamar right now. There's so much swagger going on this defense. It's a complete team to me. Even with
Yeah.
some injuries, like just give me Lamar Jackson. If I can get it
They
Pat
do have a
Mahomes, I
solid
want
identity.
Lamar.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the Baltimore's, it's one of them teams that you play and they know themselves, so it's always a hard game. And you'd
yeah,
hate to play any team like that. So I definitely I feel you on that. If I had a
yeah. If
top
you ain't
8,
got,
I'd probably slide them there, but I can't put them before the Giants yet. Not
yeah, that's
yet.
how I feel about the Giants. I feel like they should be right there, that number eight-ish, nine-ish. Might even slide one more.
But it's a cold world we live in. There's
Right.
only 7 of these spots, baby. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this thing's
Oh
taking,
man.
folks. So you ain't sitting here.
No, right. Seats taken all day. Oh man, I love it. I don't really have too many problems with your list, honestly, Mr. Casey. It's pretty smooth. As long as you didn't have the 49ers in. I thought just for some reason in my soul, I thought you was gonna sneak them in. So I'm glad to hear that didn't happen.
No, they're getting better. Top 15 list. Their name would appear.
Right. Right. No, if we had a top 15, my boy Gino would be number 9 on the list. We'd have to talk
Ooh,
about them Seahawks. But anyway,
he really could be a top 10 quarterback right
I-
now.
are you seeing what I'm saying, man? Because they said they wrote him off, and what he say? I didn't write back. I'm
Man,
here. I'm getting
not
this
only is he
dub.
balling out, but he has the quote of the year. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Right, and the quality right.
Doesn't make any
Oh man,
sense.
they might as well be undefeated. I'm a
Yeah,
fan. I
I thought
like it.
Pacheco's "I'm here to take a grown man's job" was going to be the quote for me this year. His son
Mm,
and Geno Smith, who I'm not a fan of him.
mm,
I'm not. He's not my quarterback. I hate the
mm,
Seahawks, and I still
mm,
love that quote. It is just so perfect.
Oh man. No, I'm there with you. Like I said, I'm riding with quote of the year, maybe only behind the Bengals are gonna Bengal. But after that, I'm riding, man. Oh man. Well, folk, that's what we have for you here on the Bowl 7, man. We appreciate y'all tuning in to this live stream. First time we've ever done it. We're coming at you again Sunday with another one during the game. Like Mr. Casey said earlier, you're going to get to see us in our element. You're going to get to see how we watch the game, how we react to the game. Might even see us getting upset about money on the game. Who knows? That's the thing with this thing, man. We're keeping it organic. We're keeping it natural. Mr. KC, do you have any betting odds for our people this weekend? Any game that they should look at that you think they might win a couple dollars on?
Well, folks, actually, we are supposed to be coming out with a Saturday podcast where you will get
Mm,
all your betting favorites. All your betting favorites are all in one place in a quick, easy to eat segment. So I'm actually going to save it for then. You're not going to
okay.
make no money, and you shouldn't place your bets until Sunday, anyways. You want every
Right.
bit of information. Keep your money in your pockets. These lines are moved for a reason, and you want
Right.
to. You don't want to have your money out there until you know why you should have your money. And we're also bringing you NBA action, and we are so excited to start talking about this. It's going to be a little quicker, not this long form segment, but it's you will love every minute of it. And we're excited to start bringing in this hot NBA action. And I hope
Man.
you folks tune in for that. That's going to be Saturday, and on Sunday, like we said, we're going to have the Chiefs Titans game live reaction. So you folks don't want to miss that.
Definitely don't want to miss this. It's must watch I would say TV, but must watch internet, if you will, to keep it a buck. Um like you said, we coming with the basketball news. We're gonna have features talking about basketball. Um we're gonna go over stats, everything, of course, highlights really of the week. And who we think are the best players. We'll have a maybe a bold NBA 7 in the mix
Mhm.
talking about certain players because like I said, the boy John Morant, I'm a Laker fan, but the boy John Morant is a total beast. Um, I'm waiting to see what happens to Lakerland. Hopefully, we trade Westbrook soon, but we'll talk about that more on Saturday because goodness gracious, like I said, I've been too hurt to talk about it, but we've got to bring it. You guys want it, we're going to bring it, and that's just it. It's just what we're going to do.
Absolutely.
Mr. KC, anything to add on top of that?
I think that's it, folks. We really appreciate this first live stream edition. If
Well,
you didn't catch it live, it will be available for just regular watching. But don't forget, every Wednesday night, we're here for you. So don't be afraid to tune in.
yes, sir. Once again, he's Mr. KC from the 813, and I'm that dude with the beard. This has been Bold Predictions, baby. This is the sports media channel that you've been waiting on. This is everything that you need, everything that you want, and we're going to holler at you next time.
Yes, sir.
You either be bold with your predictions or don't say nothing at all. Let's talk some football.